This ain't right. Come on now, man. Oh, we got him on record? Oh! Come on, G! Back up! I got some pills here. Why'd you hit him? Why'd you hit him? That's not true. Y'all is hitting him. Why'd you hit him? Record all that. No, he just... What is he doing? This ain't right. Come on now, man. Oh, we got him on record? Oh! Come on, G! Back up! I got some pills here. Why'd you hit him? Why'd you hit him? That's not true. Y'all is hitting him. Why'd you hit him? Record all that. No, he just... What is he doing?
Later this morning, the Chicago Police Department plans to announce changes to its use of force policy. The announcement comes as the Independent Police Review Authority looks into cell phone video that shows an officer hitting a man during an arrest. This is the video. You can see two plainclothes officers holding down Jermaine Milan on Monday, while one repeatedly strikes him in the head. One officer is then heard saying, "I got some pills here." Chicago police say Milan was suspected in a drug transaction. FOP President Kevin Graham released a statement saying, in part, "We believe the officers were clearly in compliance with general orders and the use of force policy. The officers did a good job." He also says Milan was armed with a knife. Milan was booked on ecstasy possession charges.
Watch, department claims cops did a good job beating father to a pulp for having ecstasy. Englewood, Illinois. In the land of the free, if you are in possession of an arbitrary substance deemed illegal by the state, police will claim the legal authority to kidnap, cage, beat, and slash or kill you. This scenario plays out like a broken record in towns across America, every minute of every day. Despite police force and violence proving to be an utter failure at preventing and deterring drug use, the state, like a deranged maniac, continues to wage this futile war on drugs. A wise person once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. If we are to hold this definition true, the state needs to see a doctor, and soon. The most recent instance of this insanity comes from Englewood, Illinois, in which police found a man with some pills people take that make them feel good, ecstasy. For being in possession of those pills, police claimed the legal right to assault and kidnap Mr. Jermaine Milan. And, as the dramatic cell phone footage shows, assault and kidnap him they did. Despite the state's vicious war on drugs, over 17 million Americans have reported using ecstasy. Despite this massive number of users proving the ineffective nature of using police force to prevent drug use, police will still ruin your life over it. Sadly, that's exactly what they did with Jermaine Milan. Jermaine was minding his own business and they just came at him, you know. Juwan, Milan's brother, told NBC Chicago. According to NBC Chicago, family members shared the video, which they said was taken around 7:30 p.m. on Monday in the city's West Englewood neighborhood. In the video, 34-year-old Jermaine Milan can be seen on the ground with a white plainclothes police officer straddling him. The officer repeatedly strikes Milan in the head while yelling, "Spit it out." It is not quite clear what it is, according to the news station. Image, http://pixel.watch/QT7. Read more. Cop snaps, bashes mentally ill hospital patient's face in, judge promises him no jail time. During the video, you can hear an officer telling Milan, "I'll kill you." After this threat, the cop begins smashing the 34-year-old father of two's face in for not complying with his kidnappers fast enough. After the police department and the union became aware of the video, two statements were issued by the respective groups. We became aware of the video documenting plainclothes officers attempting to arrest a non-compliant offender after a suspected narcotics transaction last night, the department said in a statement. An investigation into the incident has been opened and the matter will be referred to the Independent Police Review Authority for a thorough review of the facts and circumstances of the incident. While the department has to pay lip service to the community by claiming some type of investigation will take place, the FOP does not. And, their remarks paint a far clearer image of what the department thinks versus what they said. We believe the officers were clearly in compliance with general orders and the use of force policy. The officers did a good job, said Kevin Graham, president of the FOP. To summarize the good job of these officers, let's recap what happened from an entirely objective point of view, omitting the claim of morality by police to tell people what they can and can't put in their own bodies. Jermaine Milan had a few pills of a substance people take to escape reality. These pills are not nearly as dangerous as completely legal drugs like alcohol and tobacco, yet police insist of locking people in cages for them. Read more. Mexican military chopper flies into U.S., shoots at border guards. Milan was minding his own business, had not harmed anyone, and may have just been trying to raise a few dollars for his family, or, perhaps, he wanted to escape reality for a while. Either way, there was no victim until police showed up and created one. When police arrived, they assaulted this father of two, who had harmed no one. Because this father did not want to be kidnapped, he didn't immediately comply with his kidnappers, so, his kidnappers began beating him. Because he did not comply, his kidnappers then charged him with obstruction of justice and aggravated assault, all stemming from being in possession of a controlled substance. Milan is a father of two whose children will now grow up without a dad because police took him away and are holding him in a cage. There is no moral ground for the war on drugs. Legality does not equal morality, and society is slowly but surely coming to this conclusion. As for the police, they can end this right now by joining those officers who've already figured this out and refuse to enforce the drug war any longer. It is unnecessary, ineffective, barbarian, and it has failed miserably. It is also responsible for so much of the divide between the police and the policed in America today. Jermaine's brother sums up this sentiment in the statement below. "I don't like the police no more at all," Juwan said. "They're wrong for that."
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.